Nothing hits the spot like the right vacation. The question always is how and where to spend that time off. And the travel industry is never short on answers, as we're about to discover.
Cape Fear. Its enchanted shores and waterways still evoke images from the port city's intriguing history. Of Native Americans and of colonists living off the land. The banks of Wilmington, North Carolina still echo with the voices of Confederate soldiers who battled at the mouth of the river during the Civil War. The coastal community's rich past is not just found in history books, though. It continues to live on at Cape Fear Museum, the place to learn about the Cape Fear region and the ultimate source for local history.
Cape Fear Museum is the oldest history museum in the state of North Carolina. We were founded in 1898 by the United Daughters of the Confederacy, and today we have over 35,000 objects in our collection. So we are the largest repository for objects and images pertaining to the Lower Cape Fear history. Our strongest collections are our Civil War material and our photographic collection.
In waves and currents, visitors can flow from prehistoric times to the 20th century. It's a chronological journey through Lower Cape Fear that teaches about the settlement of the region through life-sized settings. They'll also find a 16 by 21 foot model of Wilmington's downtown as it looked in 1863, and a 200 square foot diorama of an important Civil War clash, the Battle of Fort Fisher. The region's past is brought back to life in the museum's Learning Center.
They used to take the bark off of one side and hack into the tree, make V shapes hacking into the tree. And where the V shape comes together at the bottom, out would come dripping the sap from the pine tree.
Children are not only taught about lifestyle changes through the centuries, they experience it. In addition to its rich history, Cape Fear boasts a wealth of natural resources and an ecosystem unique to the region. In the museum's Michael Jordan Discovery Gallery, aspects of the area's natural history are explored interactively. Amongst the hands-on exhibits is a life-sized beaver lodge and an up-close look at a children-friendly replica of a Venus flytrap, a plant which grows naturally in just a few places within a 75-mile radius of Wilmington. The gallery also features a display of memorabilia from basketball icon Michael Jordan, Wilmington's best-known former resident.
Michael Jordan grew up in Wilmington. We have an exhibit honoring Michael Jordan, the legend. And among the artifacts featured in the exhibit are a perfect attendance certificate when Michael was in kindergarten. We also have a pay stub from his first job, his after-school job in high school. And all these artifacts humanize Michael, the legend, and bring him down to a level that the children in the area understand. He's a real person, just like they are.
Wilmington was host to another resident worthy of its own exhibit, the region's oldest resident, in fact, a giant ground sloth that lived in the area more than 1 million years ago.
This is a replica of a skeleton of a giant sloth that was found here in Wilmington in 1991. It took about 10 years to put the entire skeleton back together, and it represents the largest of its species found by paleontologists to date. Give you an idea of how large this was. In life, it was 20 feet long and weighed 3 tons, much like a modern rhinoceros.
By so closely integrating history and science, Cape Fear Museum not only teaches past events of the region, but just as importantly, how the region itself affected history. Through a delicate balance of highly researched exhibits, the museum hopes to educate and inspire young and old alike.
Well, the Cape Fear region is an incredible destination. People come here because of the great beaches and historic Wilmington and battleships. But the Cape Fear Museum is the first place to come to, because here's where you get your orientation to the science and the history and the culture of the region. We've got a wonderful collection of artifacts. The exhibits are well designed so that the adults can get good information and kids can have some hands-on interactive experiences.
How do you like my desk stone? How do you like mine?
So we're fun and we're educational.
Hundreds of years after the first settlers arrived along the coast of North Carolina, a whole new generation of explorers are discovering all that the Cape Fear region has to offer. To learn more about Cape Fear Museum, contact them by phone at 910-341-4350 or visit them on the web at www.nhcgov.com/CFM.
Every day there are developments and ideas that change the face of travel and add more to the experience. This program will continue to explore the many facets of this important industry and share some of its secrets to success.